Hey everybody, welcome. We have a little extra time today and we want to poke the bots again. Throne of Eldraine is in the quick queue. This is the best of one queue where your opponents during the draft are 7 bots programmed to value cards and settle into color pairs and draft something like the way real Magic players draft. It's not ever going to fully replace all humans, which is why we were so excited to get to the all human draft on Magic the Gathering Arena. But quick draft is a way a lot of people play this game now. It is half the entry fee. So people who are risk averse in terms of just how much they're risking to enter often gravitate to this queue. And newer players who are learning how to draft are gravitating to this queue because it gives them endless time to pick. That was one of the requirements that led to the bot draft solution. For those of you who don't know, I worked on Magic the Gathering Arena for 2 years before I left Wizards of the Coast. And the bots were my babies. The bot draft system is something I designed and worked on, but I designed it primarily with the goal as intended when we designed it, which was to support new players who would be intimidated by a pick clock on drafting. So it's a great way for people who aren't experienced at drafting to get their foot wet in the kiddie pool, in the shallow end, so to speak, so that that they can feel more comfortable and prepare themselves for the deep end. And we are prepared for the deepest end of the limited pool. You're probably talking about cube at that point. If you want to build a cube, I would say check out cardkingdom.com. Our friend David Vero has taken me up on the challenge to build a $100 cube via cardkingdom.com. That was the idea that basically 25 cents is the least expensive card you'll find at cardkingdom.com. That means bulk. That means at that point, the cardboard isn't really worth that much. But if you want someone to go fetch it for you, we're going to ask for a quarter, right? So Card Kingdom will go fetch a card for you for a quarter. And I said, hey, I bet you could build an entire 360 card cube off of nothing but bulk plus a little bit of extra here and there. Sure enough, David Vero produced an excellent cube on that system. So if you want to go to that, you can go to cardkingdom.com via my link and filter to cheap cards, and you too could find 360 cards that snap build you a cube. It's an interesting project to undertake. I want to thank Card King, though, for their sponsorship. I appreciate it very much. They help keep me on the air, and you visiting them could help keep me on the air. So we're going to do Eldraine on Heroku app on Friday. That is a good reminder to mention that, Robert. Robert says, should we do this on Heroku app, which is where we do our offline all-human drafting. And that would be a way to experience the fun of Throne of Eldraine with all human drafters. But I actually do want to do the science of where the bots are at. So actually doing bot draft is the point here to assess the bots. But on Friday, if you want to see how this format plays out against humans, come check out on Friday when we do the gauntlet via Throne of Eldraine. Well, I'm going to hop over to this account instead. Mid-spiel, I decided that we should flip over to my free-to-play 2 account because I was about to start that quick draft on my main account. But on my main account, I'd already won 4 times, and I had completed all of my quests, and I was about to start a draft in a set that I had 4x'd. So there was nothing in the packs for me, and I didn't need to, and I was not earning any gold to play. I strongly encourage you to make sure WotC is paying you gold to play MTG Arena, and that means switching to a second account when you have played out for all the gold within reason on your main account. So we are going to do that here. I'm going to get right on it and thank Card Kingdom again and see where we start. And we start with a great place to start. Stonecoil Serpent is pretty balmy and it's colorless, so it lets us do whatever we want from here. One thing I'm noting is that, so my leaning in Eldraine bot drafts is, oh, sorry, yeah, let me get out of your way. Here we go, thank you. My leaning in bot drafts is, of Eldraine, is aggro white or aggro red. And this is beautiful because we have a clear pick of Stonecoil Serpent that goes in either of those. And, you know, I ended up mono green in my last bot draft, so it's not like I'm just that. But starting here lets us go whichever direction. And there is no good mono white card and only one good mono red card. So I like taking the Serpent and looking for white or looking for red, given that A, I value them anyway, and B, they are not really heavy in this pack. So they hopefully will be open, at least on the way back. But nothing really here for either of those that I'm willing to move in on. Mad Ratter is fine. Wandermare is a build around that we could start on. Bog Naughty is a fine monocolored spell. Black is fine. But I think I'm going to go Wandermare. Anybody want the Bog Naughty over the Mare? This is a speck of a pick. Yeah, I don't want to marry Wandermare, but if we end up heavy white, light, you know, this is a real card if we end up in these colors. Weapon Rack to stay in color. If we do that, we just take the egg, though. I would not take Wandermare over an egg if we were just trying to stay open. But it's Bog Naughty or Wandermare pretty clearly for me. No, none of the only color, only artifact that I would consider here is the egg. None of these are enough for me in this spot. But I'm gonna take Wandermare is where I'm leaning. I don't the Bog Naughty is fine though if you end up there. Inspiring Veteran could lead us towards Knights. And that's a pretty good place to be too. Curious Pair we hope to wheel. I really don't like the Marleaf Pixie. Curious Pair works with the Wandermare, but again, I don't want to marry this, and I think taking Curious Pair here because of the Wandermare is following this too hard. I like taking the Veteran and seeing if either of these gold cards lead us down a useful path here. So here's another Barrage. That was one of the good red cards in the first pack. So we could take Searing Barrage here, or another opportunity for a Curious Pair, or really once in future. Wandermare was in the right color space for me. And I'm going to take once in future here, I think. I don't know. Help me out, chat. Where are you liking here? Because you also take Outflank. Outflank is good in either of the decks that we have headed towards so far. I've convinced myself I think Outflank is where I want to be. So Searing Barrage or Outflank, and I'll take the cheaper one. And also the one that matches both of our early colors. Here's another Barrage. We're passing a lot of Barrages, but I like a Trapped here. Squire, nice too, if we end up Wandermare, but Trapped. Yeah, both white cards are nice, but I'm going to take the removal. Youthful Knight here jumps out at me over this Shine Chaser. I'm not going to be chasing that particular Shine. It's not very shiny, it turns out. Youthful Knight, though, right on target. And yeah, this is why I try to lean white or red. They just tend to be open. Remember, these are bots, not humans, and they tend to draft similarly every time, even if they have some sway, you know. In this format, we can main deck a True Love's Kiss. It's a little clunky, but it's always going to at least find something to draw a card off of with all the food running around. You just have to be careful not to cast it on food with them having 2 open mana, or else they sack it underneath and you don't get your card. But there's enough going around that you pretty much always can at least replace itself, and then sometimes it's excellent. No more white here, though. I'm going to take this Weasel back on the potential red-white Knight plan. Here's our lousy first pack, but it has a Searing Barrage in it, so that's quite the signal. Yeah, green does not look like we're going to be doing that thing. I don't like a Beloved Princess. I would rather have a Henge Walker, I think. Although it looks like we're pretty solidly heading towards Boros, not monocolored, where Hengewalker is actually good. Maybe I will take Beloved Princess. I suppose there's a world in which we just need the early aggression. But I try not to play that card, and try not to play this, too. Paladin, not great. Fling, even worse. Scarecrow, colorless, but still not going to make our deck, I hope. Guide Mother is some real deal stuff for an aggro white deck, and I like it better than Red Cap or Unicorn or All That Glitters. Might take a flyer on All That Glitters. Obtwix, it was a signal because it was literally the only red card in the pack. So I don't know if you caught the beginning of the draft, but I called it a signal because there was no other red to take. That means 7 other drafters said no on this red removal spell. That's relevant. I like rocking some rims here. We could take a Heraldic Banner and maybe look to get towards a monocolored deck, but Rimrock too solid in the red white knight plan. Speaking of red white knights, how about this one? Double strike on color. We have to pass a Rimrock, but I'm taking it. Another one. Trapped in the tower here too. But I'm still going to go with another Fireborn. Oh yeah, coming up Millhouse-ish. Guide Mother, another outflank. Or even a Red Cap. Maybe it's just outflank. Outflank with, like, Fireborns attacking. Yeah, that's true. I mean, Guide Mother giving double strikers +2 power does not suck either. That's reasonable. Really tough to decide on that one, though. And I saw Rimrock and got super excited, but we have another Inspiring Veteran. We're going to take that. We have enough Knights going on to definitely do that. Here is what I consider a trap card for the Knight deck. Yes, this would help us cast some of our tough stuff, but I'd much rather just have a Flutterfox here. I don't think I've really ever run that Knight land in a limited deck. It's good and constructed. Take a Grange, but it's never making the cut here, so I'm just going to take an uncommon for Vault Progress. The All That Glitters has wheeled, so we could take that now and consider it. But Lonesome Unicorn does make a knight, and we do have 2 Inspiring Veterans, so I think we take the Unicorn here. What else? We got a Stone Coil, got a Trapped. So, like, we got a couple of things that do something with it, but I'd rather just have the Strange Knight. Silver Flame Ritual here I like over Red Cap, a non-Knight Red Cap Raiders or the weak Knight Paladin. Maybe we somehow end up so heavy white we decide to play the Walker and we're just splashing for veterans. I mean, it's kind of where I'm at right now. Trapped comes back? Okay. and an outflank anyway. Sure. Murderous Rider! This is a heck of a card, but we're just going to take Archon. It's not a knight. Joust would be cool. Brimstone Trebuchet would be cool. But Archon of Absolution is absolutely wonderful. Another Archon. And nothing to tempt me away from it. Some rares. This is a secondary account where I really don't care about the rares at all. Here's our pack one, pick one, but we have wandered away from that. Another outflank. Sure. Three outflanks is a lot, but we might. Maybe I'm supposed to take these Granges and we... Oh, sorry, pack one, pick one was Serpent. First colored pick was Wandermare. Thank you, though. You're right. Jousting Dummy is fine, though. We should just take Jousting Dummy. We are enough of a knight deck to take that. And yeah, there's some great black going around, too. White-black would have been fine, but I like where we're at. For sure. Barge in. If we play enough red, sure, but I'm starting to lean towards heavier and heavier white. Tactician this late sure helps as well. And maybe in this heavy white world, I'm supposed to take these paladins, although we don't need fours. We just don't. I'm taking the Knight of the Keep. Another Flutterfox. I'm going to take over the red cap because I would rather lean hard into the white here. Although now, I mean, look at this. Can we take the pack? We found our lane. Now what, though? Trebuchet? We're low on threes, and we do have the knight density, I think. We're not heavy knights here, honestly. This is kind of a 3-drop knight. But there's no knight for us here, so yeah, I'm going to go Trebuchet. And here's another knight we can consider. Grange we're not going to play. All That Glitters trying to get us to play it. I'll take it and think about it, although are we Grangey? We only have one Grange. We could kind of go mono white here, that's the thing. So at that point, Grange is playable. We can go... Nah, I still think the red is good enough. So I'll take the Glitters, but probably not play it. Boy, we even got gem grind on this account. We must have played a lot of Eldraine. Seven cuts. Well, actually, call it 6 cuts because we're going to go 16 here. Look at our numbers. 21-9. I think I'm going to... How much red are we running? I guess I'm going to do decent amounts of red. I want the veterans early. We could cut a Paladin, True Love's Kiss. Well, Ben wants to put cycling on literally everything. And cycling isn't in this set. If they made cycling an evergreen mechanic, maybe. Yeah, Barge in is pretty potent, but we could cut it. Maybe one outflank, two. You get too many outflanks, and they can suddenly have 2 outflanks and neither does anything. That's not a great place to be. Maybe we can even cut the barrage. Unicorn, again, is operating like a 3. I guess Flutterfox is going to be flying enough for that to be worth it. How are we looking here? 20. We could just cut our 2 worst creatures. Like maybe one of the... What about like that? Or... keep the removal, cut the red cap. as like we're not often, you know, because I kind of want to go 9-7. I think I like this. Rimrock's still good enough. Veteran's still good enough. Trebuchet and Barrage still good enough. So kind of a heavy amount of red for the amount we're running, but we do want these Veterans and the Rimrock early. So we're going to keep it at 9-7. And we're going to call this... Absolut. We're gonna make a vodka commercial. Absolut. It's gotta be something else with multiple. Absolut Fox. We are an absolute fox. All right, let's get to Battlefield Right. Let's update stuff. You can par pull it. Missing some land, but I'm going to keep this. We have Fox, any land into a Knight of the Keep, and any other land into Archon, and into Fireborn, so this is keepable. What's our rank here? Looks like we are, what? Whatever that is, the green one. I'm going to play the Fox, because if we don't do anything and they play a creature, we're probably going to trap it in a tower. Then this will fly. Also, if we happen to go Trebuchet into, you know, find, yeah, Trebuchet, we want to save our... Save that. But yeah, let's go ahead and trap the Trebuchet in a tower. It's a powerful card. It lets us fly over and lets us do something here. Of course, Fairy Guide Mother could unlock that Trebuchet. Boy, we are in quite the mirror here, and unfortunately experiencing some sadness. I think I'm going to Flutter Fox and... Yeah, I actually checked. I had to reread the card to make sure it did that. If this was just a pacifism, I don't think I would have played it, but turning off the tap ability is big game. Sure. I like our deck a lot, but not without a little more land than this. Wah, wah. Not coming up Millhouse here. But between our excellent deck we drafted and seeing kind of a carbon copy of it across the way suggests that indeed red-white still seems to be open around here. Any reason not to attack? I'm not blocking either of these with the fox, so I guess I'm attacking. Venerable Knight, if we block it, puts a counter somewhere else. Unfortunately, now it's got Menace, so we can't block anyway. Not going well for us here in this first game. We're probably going to lose, but we didn't really know much about our deck. Yeah, let's just try again. Sometimes Magic does that to you, and of all the types of losses that I've gotten over my saltiness on, those are big ones, because, like, that just straight happens sometimes, and what am I going to do about it except take those lumps and move on? And take those wins when they happen to Oppo. Yeah, a lot of variants going on in the world of Magic right now. And here we have another tough choice, but I'm going to keep again. We've got Youthful Knight into Outflank, into, you know, even like 1 Plains and 1 Mountain would be perfect and unlock all this stuff. We just have to keep. We also have a ton of 2-drops. All right, that's what I'm talking about. It's not that hard. Nothing. Our Silver Flame Ritual requires 4 anyway, so I'm going to spread my mana out here. Well, that's improbable, but here it is. I'm going to go attacking, and it's kind of annoying. Outflank is not great removal against Alliance tokens. Wow, that is extra improbable. Must not have an opt, or they would have fired it off immediately. So no 4th land, nothing to tap down. I'm going to go ahead and hard cast this Knight. Now, historically, you had to tap the Trebuchet or you'd get in trouble, but I believe you don't have to. That's what I was just going to say, Dramati. Watch. You don't have to. You have to remember about this part, but watch. Oh, wait. Cancel. No. I just want this. Oh, sorry. I was like, why can't I cast it? Because we haven't haven't left combat yet. Now we can. See, it works. You don't have to. You can activate with that part on the stack. Golden Egg, giving him a couple of flyers here. If we find a Plains, probably just Ritual and say, I don't care about your flyers. Although, eventually they overwhelm us and they are a real problem, so we'll see. Did I ping? I remember to ping! I should probably get a post-it note, though. You know how this is going to go. You know how this is going to go. Except, I don't seem to have anything nearby for the job. Just going to have to try and remember. Touch and go, gang. Okay, Outflank. Veteran plus Outflank is a reasonable facsimile for a good turn. Yeah, Archon tax will be nice once we get our mana. And if they just want to chump, I'm cool with that too. Depends on how much they can get going with the alliances here. Sir Kara, Kara. Whatever will ping, will ping. Sure thing, Robert. We'll see. Yeah, this deck often doesn't get there, but looks like they got some good parts for it. Oh man, we're drawing like a champ. Come on. I mean, we wouldn't mind some land, but if we're... as long as we're not drawing land, might as well stop Sir Kara. And we got the outflank, so we're even going to send in the veteran. If they put the Blood Haze on it, we're going to take that out and be pretty happy. Now we're closing in on just being able to finish them off with a trebuchet, even if they amass a flying army here. All right, Oppo agrees. I was figuring, you know, like if assuming they made two tokens there and some other creature or something, like if they had cast the 3-mana flyer that draws a card, they could have put quite a few bodies up for some sort of defense. And if they did that every turn, we'd have to win from a distance, is what I was thinking about. As usual, or as is often the case, I'm unlikely to finish this event out. I suppose if we just like lost 2 in a row, that would be it. But I'm probably going to finish a couple more games and then call it a stream, so keep that in mind. Thank you for hanging, though. Appreciate it. And Boris. We're going to be raiding Boris, it looks like. Some self-dealing from Boris. Another keep. Not playing that Stone Coil on 1, though. I'm going to play Fox in case of removal. Would rather have them get the Fox than our veteran, of course. Can't. Raid Captain has been redeemed. All right, whew, more land. Just wanted to get our lands going this time. Couple choices here. We can go low value veteran, just a 2/2 for 2, and let Stone Coil have the chance to be even bigger. We can also just play a Stone Coil on 3 here and have a very fine 3/3, knowing that we're going to go Archon and then eventually Silver Flame Ritual. So I think with the turns we have coming up, I like just Serpenting here. Filling out the curve. It's one of the strengths of the card. It just slots in as a perfectly reasonable body. Basically at 2/2 and above, it's a perfectly reasonable curve filler. I think the mistake with this is getting super greedy and waiting until this is huge when you would have just won the game if you'd played it earlier, you know? Let's see, Mountain. You can go Mountain and have the veteran doesn't augment anything, and I don't think they're blocking, so let's just go attack, assume the no block, use outflank if we have to, and then Archon. Well, we've got Silver Flame, Outflank. We got veteran outflank, but it's not enough. I think I just like inspiring veteran, attack with our flyers, and then have outflank ready, and then have silver flame next turn. Because this is a bit scary, but we've got 5 in the air every turn here, so whatever. No, the way protection works is about the creature itself, not the enchantment. Looking good for us again here, but we'll see. Removal here would help. Yeah, barrage is all right. We get... Let's see. Just outflank... veteran... Can go silver flame plus outflank. Hold on a second. Yeah, I got my daughter's texting me about something, but I can hold off on that for a second. Anyway, yeah, we can't do both or we miss adamant, but do we care about adamant? I don't think we care about adamant. We can also just go veteran and use outflank and kill 2 for 1 ourselves to kill the merchant, or 2 for 2 really. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And then ritual next turn is great. And we'll trade either the serpent or the veteran in exchange for getting them to 3. And actually, that gives us some trample damage here, too. Almost killed him. They need something that I can't even name to get out of this one. Any guesses what the Zendikar lands will be like? Not really, but other than full art and sweet, you know? Nah, I don't, we're well past anything I know about in terms of insider info. I last worked at Wizards over 2 years ago, so we're well beyond anything I know about. All right, let's do one more before I sign off today and see if we can't get another quick win with this sweet deck. Yeah, looks good. We can even go on Guide Mother on 1. I generally don't mess around if I can first turn a Guide Mother. Especially in an aggro deck like this. Would have preferred another Plains to a Mountain, but we'll take it. Guess I should attack first. I don't know what's around for a single red mana at instant speed in the format. Don't quite remember everything. I don't know if there's a shock or whatever, but... Sequencing heuristics. Might as well use them. 7 dwarves. I think we just go ahead and offer Flutterfox for it. I don't know how many dwarves they have, but Flutterfox isn't super important to us. And dwarves are probably super important to them. All right, red cap, no dwarf. And now we have a spot where if we attack, we don't get to cast one of our sweet 4-drops because we'll probably have to use our Archon. Although maybe they won't block anything. It's all trades. And they have to be willing to trade their 2 creatures for our 2 creatures. I'm going to risk it. I think they're fine trades. They might just not take it at all. And if they do, we can still just let it happen and follow with one of our 4s anyway. All right, and if they're going to do that, I'm going to follow with the flyer over the double striker. This has a pump ability anyway, so you tend to want to play out your mana sinks last. Guide Mother here. I like going for the lift and attack. I don't think they can really win this game with a flying attack here. It's not lethal here, but I don't know how they come back. Exploding Planeswalker! You may explode now, Chandra. It's okay. Yeah, they needed to do some trading. I don't know what they were waiting for. Could I have jumped Fox and killed a turn early with what? I mean, I jumped the higher power creature. I jumped the 3-power creature instead of the 2-power creature, so I don't know what you would have done differently there. Well, heck, we're barely at noon. I guess I better play again. No worries, Cthulhu. Boy, we've had the 2 landers whole event, although now at least we're starting to get the split 2 landers, which are much more appealing, and I'm going to keep it. Unfortunately, 3 of our 4s are here in the hand, which I don't love, but a 1 into a 2 is too much. I'm going to keep. Since we have some of our 4s, we're also more likely to draw our cheaper stuff. So we're either going to draw stuff we're likely to be able to cast, or the land to cast our more expensive stuff. But land would be ideal. A couple of planes in a row. Yes, that's a fine start. Thank you. Something to do on 3 wouldn't suck, but I'll take another planes if you're not going to give me something to do on 3. Hey, look, it's something to do on 3 instead. I'm going to go ahead and... like, we can hard cast the Rimrock and just get 3 on board that way, but I think I'm going to go for the 2 here. I don't know. Hard to say what's correct given what's going on here. I'm just afraid Rimrock as a 3/1 not going to be able to get in next turn anyway. So I'll take some extra damage. That's my thinking. Not sure though. All right, not a plains, but a 4th land is a welcome sight anyway. We could ritual up, but again, we want to get all of our stuff out. I'm going to do the same kind of sequencing. Start on Archon, move into these 2. Could offer the Flutterfox as well here. Again, I think they probably want to suit up the Swordmaster, so I'm going to swing in, offer. Don't think they'll take it, especially with the open mana. All right, they're taking it. That's cool. It's one creature down for the Silver Flame Ritual, which isn't great, but keeping the skewer off of that Knight seems good to me. Revenge of Ravens, solid, but we've got the tools for that. We're going to leave Guide Mother back, of course, but Archon still has a good attack here, and Silver Flame Ritual is going to make everything look pretty good. We could also go Knight Rimrock. Maybe I should do that. Again, save the pumper for the tail end of your cast outs. Ogre Errant, pretty strong. We're just going to send in our Archon, though, and continue building on the ground. And eventually this Silver Flame is going to make everything basically be able to attack profitably, even into the Revenge. We just can't get so low that it kills us to attack. Yeah, we'll make another one. Although, man, we could Ritual... No, still going to just make another one and Archon. Ideal would be like a 2-drop Knight. And then we go Veteran, Knight, and then untap and Ritual. And hard to lose from there. Although I think we're doing okay here. Maybe we just Ritual next turn anyway. But Knight is a ritual in and of itself with most of this board. With certainly everything on the ground. Let's just draw the other Veteran. How about Veteran, Veteran, Scoop? Clackety clacks! Oh no! Well, still fine. I'm just going to play the Veteran then. And crash in with the Archon. Definitely, this is why we didn't really have an attack last time, because the Troll was up, but now with the Goats, we can tap down the Troll and create a nice, clean attack next turn. Oh, and the outflank, because we just deserve it all, apparently. So if they block our two biggest, boom, boom, we still get for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, but they gain a bunch back. Now we can't attack Goats or it actually helps them here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're at a virtual 16. And still worthwhile, especially with the outflank, punishing them for one of their blocks. Everything else can go, though. All right, this is fine. We lose our Veteran status after this attack, but we get to outflank the Errant. They don't get Giant Skewer. So, all good. Should go down to about 3 here by my count. 1. Yeah, outflank only works on attacking or blocking creatures, and the troll was not in combat, but just sitting here making the troll tap a couple turns should be enough, depending on what they can play here. The life gain's quite significant as we're trying to race both troll life and revenge life. Ugh, that's annoying. It's a block, and it's a virtual 7 life. Wow, we're gonna lose this game? So now we're at, like, maybe we don't. I guess we still just attack with everything. They took away their ability to cash this out for life. Okay, so they're still at a virtual 4, so I think we just win. No cookie means maybe we get there? Let's find out. They go to 8, and we have 8 unblocked. Sure. Just to make sure. Pump that. All right. Well, after a stumble on mana in the first game that barely felt like it mattered or counted, it was just magic being magic, we have fairly well rolled since. I haven't even updated my record, but it's like 1,000,001. 3-1? 4-1? 4-1. Absolute fox indeed. I think I'm going to call this, though. I got some stuff to get onto. I could just keep... Whatever. You know what? I don't know. I'm going to keep going. Let's keep playing. Let's finish this out. Why not? I mean, if I quit, I have to go do adulting, and who wants to do that? Well, I look up to see another fine-looking hand. Same problem, though. A little short on mana, but we're going to keep and hope we get there. I still don't know if I'm going to finish this, but I like Magic. Let's play a little more. A lot of these tap lands around that probably shouldn't be in there. Not saying that's true for Oppo here. But generally, if you're kind of an even split of colors, you don't want to be doing the tap land thing. Just annoying enough to trap in a tower. I could have tried to outflank it, though, I suppose. Might have been better. And we'll just outflank that, question mark. Will they block? If we do, we can't play the fox. But I don't mind using the outflank here, so let's make him have it. Make him find the block. I don't think... I was gonna say, I don't think they even will. It's just so obvious that we have something that it seems weird to even throw that block there. Unless you're just like, I can't beat this, gotta try. Trade for a trick. Might be... I'm willing to trade knight for an outflank or something. We know how good that is, and especially against us. We didn't force Lord Tongo. We certainly leaned. I called out front that I think white and red are the kind of the places you want to be here. But then, sure enough, by middle of pack 1, we were pretty clearly on the Boros plan, especially white. Yeah, can't outflank the Archon, so keep that in mind. But we can reach it and block it with a Stonecoil Serpent. So that's what we're going to do here. And did we keep the removal spell in? I think we have the one Searing Barrage. That's kind of our answer to Archon. I mean, obviously Serpent does it too, but I'm not expecting the Serpent to stick around to have a chance to even block the Archon. Although, I guess its secret power is that it has reach and people forget, so maybe that would work. But we basically need to either find our one piece of removal that takes out the Archon or get so wide that we can go wide around and still win. Yeah, but it's stupid that protection came back and stupid that it's on an uncommon this powerful. Three, 6. Yeah, we'll just take this one. We can maybe outflank or do some more tower trapping. I'm just going to go Fireborn Knight for now, though. We're getting out white aggroed here. Oppa with a lot of our cards, but finding them in a better order. 4-7. Still just going to say no blocks, and we can trap it soon enough. Not much we can do here, though. That Archon, just kind of holding out for our Searing Barrage, and then we can do some stuff. Send Knight. To what end? I mean, they have a pro-white Archon. If we're only sending a Knight, they block it, and then that's it. If it had Trample, that would be another reason, but right now we just have no reason to. We are really on hold until we find an answer to the Archon. I don't think we're going to get wide enough to be able to beat it otherwise. Like, we're not going to be able to beat it with width. I think we just have to find the barrage. So, deck. Barrage? Plains. All right. We could find our own Archon and start attacking past theirs. Or, you know, more land. I'm going to play the third mountain, though, because now we have Adamant on that removal spell. Yeah, that's what they mean by Artisan. Artisan means no rares or mythics, but it's not really a super ingrained piece of Magic slang or anything, so I think people don't quite get what they mean by it. But yeah, I think this is too good of a hoser. The flying is part of it too. When you get a protection from flyer, you can't even fly past it. Peasant is commons only. right? Well, peasant, yeah, but they don't call it peasant, right? Peasant, sorry, pauper is commons only, peasant is commons and uncommons, but they don't call, peasant is not a word that Arena adopted. Sorry. Really? As far as I know, peasant is simply commons and uncommons and has nothing to do with budget. Although, obviously, no rare formats tend to be lower budget, but you'd be amazed. This is fun. We're just kind of waiting until they break it open or we find an answer to the Archon. Yeah, I could have played the land for 8 pumps, or for 2 pumps. Shouldn't matter. 1 is going to be enough or it's not. We got all these, and also the outflanks anyway. So let's start with some outflanking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can take out... well, let's block here, and then they'll try to go for the pump, and we outflank when the Fireborn pumps. All right, so with that, I like Serpent here for a trade. We will probably flank that. You know, we probably flank this, so let's go here for the pump and eat. And we'll flank and flank, and we can't do anything about that. We could also throw something on the Swordmaster. Oh no, wait, we have something on the Swordmaster. Never mind. So that they're all good. All right, I think we're good. Paladin doesn't die to flank right now. 1. Oh, sorry, thanks. I was thinking we were at 8, not 6. So do I need to just accept that one? Can't do anything about the Archon. Yeah, so let's go here and here instead. And then we do the outflank on there. Okay, I like this. Yeah, I gotta watch auto tap now. Yeah, Pro Fireborn is a really good point on the Serpent, but I did go with this line instead. Of course, real problem was that we needed something for the Archon or we're dead anyway. So we have 2 Archons. They have at least 1. We found 0 of Archons, 0 of ours, and they found a bunch of theirs. Welcome to Magic. Yeah, can't do it. Gonna give him a credit for attacking. Real mistake in my mind. The Archon just makes the format not fun. Pro makes the format less fun, but the Archon specifically is the worst of that cycle. You're not going to find me changing your mind. Yeah, weren't there a cycle? Oh no, maybe the cycle I was thinking of was the stuff that gets less expensive if your opponent has that color. Never mind. But yeah, is there any other protection in the set? What else has protection from in Eldraine? Well, let's try to punish some other white deck with our Archon. Yeah, I thought it was a cycle. I just couldn't name the other ones because the Archon is the only one that oppresses me. Yeah, that's protection from multicolored, but I'm saying, is there a cycle of pro self? Yeah, a cycle of hosers, but a cycle of self hosers, but not all of them use protection. Got it. Okay, that's what's going on. There is a cycle of color hosers, but they're not all protection-based hosing. Rocking some rims, double Archon. Hopefully they play a Plains next. I would offer Flutterfox for a Rimrock in this situation, if it's allowed. All right, well, we got our 4s on the line. Our 4s all lined up, so fine. Some trebuchet action. Interesting. We're gonna go Archon, Fireborn, and then maybe probably launch a Fireborn with a Guide Mother. Yes, the Archon payments stack. Basically, they each have this line of rules text, and each well, yeah, it should each creature has basically a couple instances on it. It should stack. Or I don't know magic. Really? Well, at least they cost them a land and we have another one. Fierce! Can't do anything with that yet. I'm gonna go with another Archon. Yeah, I like taxing them. I think the tax is nice to get going. If they want to attack us, they gotta pay. But I wouldn't mind the Fireborn play. Alright, so now we're gonna start dropping Fireborns and then fire off a Ritual, if we can live long enough for that. Oppo pausing, but they've got food and mana and trebuchet, so we don't really learn anything from that. Come on, deck. What do we want, even? probably just a mountain to unlock that side of our deck. And then we can Boulder Rush and Fireborn next turn. Still gonna risk some damage here. Getting pretty low, 10 with the Trebuchet going, but we have so much action. Yeah, there it is. Well, they're not gonna tap out. You see lethal with what? Ritual. Oh yeah, Guide Mother on Knight if they don't block. Trebuchet has reach, but if they want to block with the Trebuchet, that's good for us. I'm cool with the yeah, but then we kill it, which is good. Because it's gonna kill us, right? It might not be what we do, but I'm saying there's validity there. We can also Silver Flame. We get Vigilance, and we still have the Rimrock. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna do the Flying Knight. And yeah, we can if we can definitely send these two. 12, 13, 14, 15. I'll send the Fox, because if they decide to block the Fox, then we win. And if they don't block the Fox, we get the Trebuchet out of commission, and I think we survive against the Witchstalker for a turn. We also just get to play the Guide Mother as a chump. I mean, it's not a good chump against Trample, but... All right, well, going for it. Oh yeah, not dead. That's a good point. We make him eat the food, so this isn't dead, but it's a lot of damage. And we play this. And again, not much of a chump. We have to do some math here, but at 9, I think we just take it. I don't like blocking a 4/4 Trampler with a 1/1. Not just unless we think that's literally the difference between Xaxes, you know, 1 and 0 life. There is the food pump, but that's now +3 because they don't have the pump, so that would be 8. +3 is 8 plus the Trebuchet. If they have +3 and a Knight, they would win. Steel Claw, solid, but still not enough. Huh. So we have Silver Flame plus casting Rimrock. I think we just win. Yeah, we just win with the Silver Flame. It just gets enough with four attackers. Silver Flame should be enough. But I should Rimrock first. Just in, I don't know why, but just in the casiest of cases. Because we're going for it. Like, if this doesn't win, then we lose, because I'm attacking all. right, nice. Oh, it had vigilance, that's right. Yay, vigilance. Can we keep this? Stone Coil on 3, no mountains yet. I don't like this hand. I think we mulligan. I don't think this does enough of what we want. This looking a little better. Not much, honestly, but we're going to keep and pitch the barrage, sadly. I don't think we have much shuffling. I don't think we have shuffling either, so I think if we send this barrage, we are out that removal spell, but I think it's the clear choice. It depends on tacticians, but definitely if I have nothing else to do on 3 and they're going to get in, then I'm casting it on 3. That's a nice pickup. Means we don't have to do trapped. Puppet's not as bad as... I don't think it's very playable, but it's not quite as... It's not quite F. It's just not good. I like trapping the broom, though. Fly over after that. I mean, the total package is... the Scry 1 is what really, I think, makes it a little better than people want to... You know, again, I really don't want to play this card ever. But Scry 1, it self-sacrifices, it does a chump, it makes... You know, it is doing several different things. Oh, it does not sacrifice? It self-exiles? You know what I mean, though. It does its own thing. Well, this can't pay its cost anyway, so... What? Oh, because it's a trigger, not an activated ability? Right, activated ability, got it. I know how magic rules work sometimes. Are we willing to outflank it? Well, I'm going to attack. You know what? I am. There's nothing else to do here. We're having a 12 life on 2 lands. That's not bad. Funny game. Just land a couple turns in a row would be nice. I'll take any. You can even shove me mountains. I'll take it. There we go. I'll take it. Cannot lie, that is a big but. But another big but is that we have an Archon waiting in the wings. Yeah, right now, Oppo is going for some synergies that don't typically work in this format, but they're causing us some trouble. That's not the worst. We can launch an attack with a Youthful Knight, thanks to the Guide Mother. Yeah, Archon is great. We just need a land. We can prove how good Archon is to our opponent. Knight to connect that for 4 with Trebuchet working them down. That's a nice 4 to connect for. Of course, they got food, so they're still, and they can even make another Sorcerer's Broom, as we observed. But really, if we can find our Archon and it lives, I think we win. So let's, find our land and Archon wins. Archon will win us the game. Now that there's an attack, I'm going to go ahead and activate this ability, so I don't forget. There we go. Was that so hard, deck? Come on. Countered. We were always going to try. Didn't even pause because we had to try. Yeah, I was looking around for my post-it notes, but I can't find them. I don't have anything sticky. Oh wait, look! I did find something sticky. Here, I can make a fakey one. Fake post-it notes to remind Ryan to ping. And where are we? No attacking. Ending turn. I put it literally on top of the trebuchet on my screen because it's just a visual. It just jumps out at me. That's all I need. I could put it, sometimes I put it on my button, but I just need something visual that catches my eye. I need to tape a face-up pin on my mouse so I can't tap the button without remembering. Now we got Fireborn plus Guide Mother. Yeah. It opens up an attack for the Shine Chaser back, but of course we are going to take our Archon advantage while we have it and hope to get there on it. Well, they can copy our Archon, but an Archon of theirs still can't block ours, so that does not change anything. And if they... Oh, they copy Charm Sleep. Sure. Good work, Oppo. Good work. Hopefully we still get there on Trebuchet, but that made it a little harder. Oh, sorry, I thought it was copy anything. OP's a maniac? I mean, he's got vigilance, right? If that's what you meant by, like, the attack. Now we can get them to 2 into 1 with the Guide Mother attacks, but I don't think we should take them to 1. We should just be patient. Well, now I think we do, yeah. Mathematics asking if we chump to prevent card draw. We'll see what they attack with. Because the other thing is, we might not, because we can crack back for the win if they don't have anything. We'll see. I'm inclined to give him an extra draw here and go for the win next turn. If they don't... I mean, even that is... Yeah, that's pretty good. Darn it! Oppo! Trying to win a Magic game here. Will you stop that? Wow, losing to some... Or facing some losses with some really questionable cards in Oppo's deck, but... They got enough good ones that they could get there for sure. Now, what do we do? Can't ever trap that in a tower, which is our one piece of removal. Guide Mothers are not getting through for the win now. Are we chumping? I'm going to say no, because we get like a Rimrock. We can win off of that. Too many ways we can win with those, so I'm going to let him have another card. Yeah, we got an outflank, at least one outflank, right? Don't we have... Yeah, outflank, Rimrock, and the Silver Flame Ritual are all outs, I think. Plains, not so much. Gotta say, Plains not feeling like an out. Doubling this, let's see, we get +1, so we can make 6 power of double total power, which does trade with the Keeper and the Sage. And nothing else can realistically... Everything else chumps, though. Yeah, the Vigilance is something good there. And take my marker off now since there is no more pinging. Oppo pulling perfectly to survive our effort to get him to 0. Still thinking about whether or not we're supposed to block here. Because if we chump, then we don't have a win on the crackback with those outs we talked about. The Silver Flame and Boulder Rush don't get it done. So I'm going to, again, say no blocks. I don't love giving them 2 cards a turn, but we have to play to our outs, which involve both Guide Mothers living. So, we've seen Oppo go Inquisitive Puppet into Fortifying Provisions, into Shine Chaser, into Wolf's Quarry. I really want to win this game. Really want to win this game. Need it right now. Come on, top deck. Come on, Magic Gods. I don't ask for much, but you know that we shouldn't lose to these cards. So please, Magic Gods, please help us. Please help us with the sweet top deck win. I even play, look, Magic Gods, if you help me win this game, there's going to be another one. If I lose, this event is over. Right? Or are we on one loss? I can't remember. I haven't updated my record, so I don't even know. Come on, Magic Gods. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I need all of you to believe in the heart of cards. Heart of the cards, and get this done with me. Ready? Come on. Come on. Wah, wah. Biggest of the wah, wahs. Wow. Look at what we lost to. Oppo, you found a way to beat us, but I do not like your deck in the slightest. I think you're playing a lot of garbage, honestly. But your garbage beat us today, so good work on that front. No, I'm not going to make him do it. I'm too depressed. I'm going to move on. All right. I feel like we just got unlucky in basically 2 of our 3 losses there. This was a great deck, and I do recommend continuing to look for white and red aggro out of your Eldraine bot drafts. You don't have to force it, but they're often open. So if you can lean Boros aggro in your bot drafts, I think you're going to be pretty happy with the resulting decks. That was obviously a pretty good one, so not bad. Thanks for hanging out for that one, YouTube. We'll catch you later.